So the 1-inch punch. The 1-inch punch is a great exercise to develop explosive power. So pretty much you put your first knuckles on your opponent or the bag, and then you just go from here to there. And if you can see, I actually, when I did demonstrations, I would have the person hold the finger so they'd know that I didn't go. You just go from here and go back. If I would shift my weight forward with a hip snap, it'd be a lot better. So that's really good for practicing, but Conor McGregor came up with a technique that we used for years where you'd use your shoulder. Another thing where you just come through with the inside of your elbow, and you can develop a lot of power. You always think like the hip. So there's a lot of weapons that you have that people don't think about. When they throw an elbow or a punch, a lot of people wing out. What you want to do is you want your elbow to come up center line and just stab the target. I mean, yeah, you got around how you got coming up, coming down, different strikes. But for training purposes and punches, you're going to use this, because what you do is you align your punch. So instead of out here where you have a lot of movement in your shoulder, you just come in and straight blast. Another good thing, if you have weak wrist, that's good. Use your palm, the palm heel strike, which takes out that one joint, the weak joint of the wrist, and just straight blast them. If I can get Bob over here to volunteer. So, just straight blast into the jaw, into the chest. That works. So that's the 1-inch punch for kicking and punching. Can't afford a bag, can't afford a punching dummy, a string, and a sponge. This is probably the best training tool ever. Hang this in a door jamb, so if you get crazy with your punches, you know, bust your knuckles on the door jamb, but just sit there. Use your finger for finger jab. Great training tool, probably the best ever. You don't expect resistance. When you punch a heavy bag, you kind of slow down, and you try to push through to get that maximum effect. Instead of when you punch a bag, all you should hear is the train. So you got to punch, which a lot of people like to do, or you got the shockwave. So you only go wrist depth, but the sponge, the best. Do 100 punches, boom, both sides, back fist. You can practice any punch, any kick. Anyways, the best training tools. So we'll be learning all the punches, all the kicks, one at a time. Practice on a sponge, practice on a bag if you have one, but flexibility and have fun.